because you believe a lot in what you can see and hear and smell and taste and touch, it has caused you to, all of you, most humans, it has caused you to become a reactor to conditions. Instead of being a reactor to conditions, we want you to be a seeker of your reaction. Rather than reacting to the condition, we want your intention to be satisfied so that the condition doesn't override everything. In other words, do you have the ability to find satisfaction even when this particular condition is happening? And the answer is unequivocally yes, but you just have to get more and more practiced at it. We just said something that we have never said before. This is how step 1 becomes a step 5 moment. Did you understand the difference? Step 1 is you ask. Contrast causes you ask. Step 2 is source answer. Step 3 is you get into the receiving mode. Step 4 is you become a master at being in the receiving mode. Funny that step 4 is just being really good at step 3, but it's really worth making it a step. Then step 5 is being back in step 1 and being satisfied, because step 1 often is that contrast where in your knowing what you don't want, you've launched this rocket of desire. But step 5 is launching the rocket is what you want, and understanding of how it works is what you want, and knowing that there always will be contrast is what you want. How are you going to create an ongoing wonderful life if your desires don't continue to evolve? Wasn't there a time when what you most wanted was to be noticed, and didn't it feel good when you were? And what you wanted was to be recognized and well known and famous. Wasn't there a time when what you wanted was to make a lot of money? And wasn't that all something that at a time was what you wanted most? And didn't all of that come about? And now, along with that, more is coming now. Now you want a greater sense of freedom. Now you want a little bit more personal time. Now you want more control of your own experience. Because what you are an example of, you are someone who has wanted something and you are now living what you thought you wanted, but you're still not satisfied. And that is so often what happens with people, is they want their lifelong dream and then they get it. Esther would say to Jerry, they would drive past a beautiful car lot with fabulous cars, and she would say, I think you should buy me that car. It will make me happy for the afternoon. And that was about right. Most things will not continue to satisfy you because you are in a constant state of evolution. And so you continue to ask for more. So now you're not just asking for recognition. You're asking for more understanding. Now you're wanting more creative control of your own schedule. Now you're wanting more freedom. Now you're wanting more choices in which things you participate in and which things you don't participate in. Your desires have evolved, and you are supposed to get every evolved desire. You are never supposed to be stuck in a desire that you once had. And this is what's making you crazy. At one time, you wanted all of those things that you now have, and now most people would look at you and say, what's wrong with you? You've got what you asked for. Why are you not satisfied? And the answer is no one will ever be satisfied with what is, because what is must constantly change, because you are creators. That would be like take a minute. That would be like creating a magnificent sculpture. This is what you do. You're really good at it. And you've created it. And people say, what's next? And you say, that's it. That's it. That's all I'm going to do right there. That was it. That was so satisfying to do that. It was so satisfying to do that. And I'm glad that you like it. I'm so glad that you like it. What are you going to do next? That's it. Well, it wouldn't be very long before that would stop being satisfying, because it's not that is satisfying. It's moving toward that's satisfying. It's the turning thoughts to things that's satisfying, you see. And so to sort of clean up a little bit of what you were saying is, you don't want different, you want more. But it feels like you want opposite. You don't want opposite. You just want somebody to hand you a bottle of hot water. You just want more satisfaction, maybe more recognition, maybe a whole lot more money, maybe a whole lot more choices. But you're not asking for the opposite of what you've got. You're asking for an enhancement of what you've got. Does that make sense? An enhancement. More of what feels good is what I want. More of what feels good. And you can't get there by feeling critical
with myself,
critical of yourself or anyone else, critical of your situation. You can't get to where you want to be by feeling frustration of the current situation. And yet the frustration is a step one moment, and it's okay. Are we talking in circles, and are you coming along? You got to make it okay. It's normal to feel frustration. It's not abnormal, but frustration doesn't serve you very well. But it's normal to feel frustration, but frustration doesn't serve you very well. But it's normal to feel frustration, but it doesn't serve you very well. But when you make frustration wrong, when you make yourself wrong, then you can't get there from there. But when feeling frustration is a step 5 moment, and it's not wrong, it's normal, it's the birthing of more clarification, of more desires, now that step 1 moment becomes a step 5 moment, an evolved step 5 moment with a powerful creator with your hands in the clay. Can you feel that? And then more of those in your life, and new ones coming, offer more satisfying, more experiences that enhance your satisfaction.